Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us on our YouTube channel. Please be sure to like and subscribe and share. And today we want to talk to our sellers or our future sellers or those that are already on the market and you're experiencing the market. Hi, I'm Julie Loving Scott, the Oasis Element. I'm here to talk to our sellers to help provide a stressless selling experience. Um, if you saw the flyer, if that's why you're here today, and if you're watching the replay, we're going to talk about a few things that I have realized as a realtor that's important while I'm talking to my sellers to get them ready for the market. So first, we want to discuss the market update. And several of the sources that I use are the National Association of Realtors and Realtor.com. And of course, our very own Gary Keller when he gives us our report and forecast for the year. So, per the National Association of Realtors, and they're about a month and 2 weeks behind on their report, but per them, right now we've seen a slight turn down in the sale of homes at about 7%. This is the May report. Like I said, they're about a month and a half behind. We have 3.7 months of inventory, and the National Association of Realtors is referring to the entire nation. And the median sales price, average sales price for a home across the nation is starting at $419,300. I know you're probably saying, whoa. However, there is a resource where you can go on realtor.com, and on that resource, you will be able to plug in your city and be able to see how many homes are available for sale and for rent, and be able to see the median price on there. Now here in El Paso, and if you're connected with the realtor in your area, they are able to provide this to you. And if you're not connected with someone, just call Julie and I can get you connected with a licensed realtor in your city and state. That being said, for El Paso, right now our overall median sales price is $262,750, which is a slight downturn from the previous month. And our inventory right now has also decreased. We have 2,485 homes on average on the market, and they're on the market for about 25 days. And the median sales price is $157 and per square foot. And I know you're probably saying to yourself, well, Julie, all these numbers, what does that mean? This gives you an idea of what you need to be how you need to price your home in order to get it sold as quickly as possible. You want to know what the average days on market is for your area. And as close as we can get it, most of us realtors, when we do our estimated home valuations, one of the things we look at is to be able to tell you what's the projection, how long it may take for you to get a contract on your home. Some may happen sooner than the projected time, and some may happen later, but be prepared because right now we're not having that 2020 through the first part of 2023 anomaly where homes are flying off the shelf in 2 days. If you price your home right, you still may experience a multiple offer situation. So it is important that you know what the market trends are. And one of those places, like I said, the number one resource is the National Association of Realtors because they get the reports from across the nation. And then you can also go to realtor.com, and it's realtor.com/resources. And you'll be able to put in your city, your state, and be able to get an idea of what the report is there. Now, what I like to do is focus on the resale homes, because the new construction, especially the custom and semi-custom structured construction, is not the most accurate. But if you go by resale numbers, you'll be able to get, I feel, a more accurate view of what your competition is on the market and how you need to price your home. So as we go on our list here, we want to move forward with the selling process. Understand the key steps involved in selling your home from listing to close. Those of you that are aware of the news of the lawsuit that happened with the National Association of Realtors and several of the big brokerages in the United States, there was a conversation that I feel we should have been having from the word start with our sellers, explaining what the expectation is during the selling process. And a lot of times it came up about the commission, how the selling agent would be compensated, how the buying agent would be compensated. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail on that. However, compensation is a big part of the conversation when we sit down to prepare to sell your home. And please know that it has always been, and it still is, negotiable what your realtor selling agent's compensation will be. So now that we have that out of the way, one of the main things that is important when you are preparing to put your home on the market, we want to make sure that you are photogenic. Pricing is very important. However, when you are preparing to put your home on the market, yes, we want to focus on the price. Yes, we want to be able to negotiate. However, we got to get somebody's eyes in the home. So price is important. And then we want to talk about these photos. We want to talk about the curb appeal. We want to talk about the interior of the home. When you are preparing to put your home on the market, it is important that we, as your realtors, walk through your home, see your home, give you guidance on how to prepare your homes for the photos that we're going to use online, because over 90% of home searches now start online. A lot of people are not driving around neighborhoods before they do their search online. So if your photos are not appealing, attractive, then you will not get the traction that you desire. You might be priced perfectly. You might be priced slightly below the market. But those photos, that's going to be the next thing that's going to be important. So price, to make sure you're within range, you're in line with the market for the home that you're selling, for the neighborhood you're selling in, and then the photos to be able to attract the traffic, the eyeballs online, and the feet in your door to come and view the home for the qualified buyers that you want to attract. And then also making sure that the home is available. The contract with your selling agent, that's easy. That's going to be the easy part. But us making sure that we get the eyes and the feet in the home, on the home, eyes on the home, feet in the home, that's going to be so important. We got to make sure the home is available. Make sure when you're talking to your realtor, you want to talk about the availability. That is a challenge that we're facing now with a lot of people that have transitioned from working either hybrid or 100% in the office. A lot of them are working from home. And those that are working hybrid, sometimes it gets even more challenging. If the home is not available to be shown, then it affects our ability to sell the home. So it is important that price, photos, and then availability. And I know those of you that know me, y'all know I like to do things in alphabetical order, but now we have to do this in strategy order. So we're going to make sure we have the home price right to be able to be in line with the market. And then we want to make sure the photos are right to be attractive to the people that we want to come and see the home and walk through the home and ultimately put a offer in on the home so that we can close. Also, a lot of times what I've experienced is once we go under contract, a lot of times my sellers are like, oh, well, I don't want to show the home anymore. Can we just take the home off the market? There's here in Texas is what is called an option period. This is where the buyer has the opportunity to get the home inspected, make a decision on whether or not they want to continue to move forward with the sale of the home. And during this option or due diligence period, you want to continue to show the home, which means the home has to still be decluttered. It still has to be attractive. You still got to maintain your curb appeal, and it still has to be available. So just because it's under contract, that doesn't mean the selling stops. Because what if this deal falls through? What if this buyer walks away? We want to make sure we always have a plan B, C, and D. Because right now with interest rates, with a lot of buyers dealing with being on the line concerning their debt to income ratio, and that's a whole nother seminar that we would need to do. And but right now for sellers, we want to make sure we do everything we can to get your home sold for the maximum amount in the shortest length of time. And a part of that process is price, photos, availability, and even availability during the option or due diligence period. Now, when you are preparing to close, okay, we're closing. Seller, I want to encourage you to have a buffer. Be prepared that if your closing date does not happen on that date, be prepared to be able to adjust. You may need to have an Airbnb set aside or have a alternate place for you to stay. Because if you've already moved out of the home in order for the buyer to do their final walkthrough and have their final inspection done, then you want to make sure that you're positioned to where it's not stressful for you while you wait for closing, because things happen, especially close to closing time, things happen. And speaking of sellers moving out, sellers, when you move out of the home, it is so important that you move out in a way that you can clean the home. You can repair any holes that may be left from you pulling things off the wall or removing furniture. You want to be able to have the home, in my opinion, professionally clean. I know sometimes we do a good cleaning. I know I have some issues with cleaning, and what I call clean, some people call it obsessive behavior. Tomato, I just say that's what clean is. However, when you move out of the home, make sure the home is ready for the buyer to move in without any issues. We don't want your move out to cause a delay in your closing. Okay, so we want to make sure we know what's going on with the market trends. We want to price our home to where it will be within line in line with the market. Then we want to make sure our photos are attractive. We want to make sure the home has the curb appeal, is decluttered, and it's accessible for us to get the home sold. Okay, so now maximizing your home's value. When getting your home ready to sell, and the staging and doing the repairs and the curb appeal, this is my recommendation to maximize your home value. Number one, you're going to talk to a realtor, yes. You all are going to discuss the pricing, yes. However, I recommend that you go look at a model home, go look at another home that's for sale in your area, and ask yourself, is my home competition or out of the game? You want to know if you have your home staged and your curb appeal, the appearance of your home, if it's in line with or if it's better than the competition that's around you. You want to make sure that you're not asking for the maximum price that your realtor said your home may sell for, but your home is not at that maximum level. For instance, I've seen homes in neighborhoods because the seller didn't have it properly staged, because the seller had it cluttered. People deduct from that. So if your realtor is saying, hey, we could get this for your home, let's make sure your home is at this level. If you're selling your home for $400,000, go. I always recommend to my that's my timer. I always recommend it to my sellers that you step outside of the house and you walk in with your buyer eyes. And if you walk in and you say to yourself, I wouldn't pay $400,000 for this, then know that the buyers that are looking at your photos online and walking into the home are going to say the same thing. So if you want to maximize your home's value, you want to make sure you do the repairs that you know need to be done, and you make it aesthetically pleasing to the eye, because people buy with their eyes and their feelings. And if you walk in and your eyes and your feelings do not say this is worth this amount, then that's not that's going to be the same experience the buyers are going to have. So if you don't have your home priced and staged, and your photos and your curb appeal doesn't make you say, dang, I'd buy this all over again, then your home is not ready. And then one more time, let's talk about the pricing and negotiation. Here lately, we've been experiencing sellers' emotions and emotional attachments to the home, especially on our homes where they've been living there for 20 plus years. The children were born there, they got married there. This was my first home. The emotional attachment has to be removed. And for sellers, I recommend that when you put the home on the market, you start the breakup process and start referring to it as the house, because this will allow you to be able to see offers that come in and be able to make informed decisions about which offer you're going to take versus emotional, because you may feel that your house is worth, instead of 400,000, 450,000. You feel that way, but the market is dictating that people are only willing to pay 400,000 for your home. So when you are negotiating on a price, ask yourself, have I done all of the things that's necessary for the buyer to pay the maximum amount? And am I negotiating with information or my feelings? When you set your price, set the price with information based on market stats, and make sure you negotiate with information. You got to take your feelings out of the process, and that will also alleviate some of your stress as you prepare to move out of the home. So I hope that these past 20 minutes have been informative to you, please remember to subscribe, like, share, and if you need more information and guidance on preparing to sell your home, or if you need a realtor, whether you're here or far, we can help you wherever you are. Please just call Julie at 915-995-6771. Okay, does a person of interest just go into your home by themselves by using lava? No. Here in El Paso, you can't access our lock boxes unless you are a part of the Greater El Paso Association of Realtors. So only a realtor can access the lock boxes. We do not give out one-day codes unless it's to another realtor for a specific reason. And it says, does this differ from being a totally new home? Not understanding that part of the question, but for resale homes, if the home is occupied, we escort the buyers through the home. Even with new construction that has security on them, the builders now are starting to have lock boxes, have alarms, and either the builder's rep will go with the buyer into the home, or we as the realtors will go in the home with the buyer. So the buyers are not going in unescorted. I hope that's a real word. I hope that answers your question. But no, we don't just give out one-day codes to random people. When actually in our system, the one-day code, we put the person's name, and I strive to put who they're associated with. Okay, I was told that having a pool doesn't add value to the home since it's not connected. The pool does add value to the home. It's just not dollar for dollar. That's why it's so important to make sure that you have this conversation with a licensed realtor. And for my for sale by owner people, if your home has been on the market more than the market stats indicate, especially in El Paso, 25 days and you don't have a contract, then we need to relook that. And if you have a pool and you're saying to yourself, I paid, excuse me, 60, 70, $80,000 for my pool, and it should add $60,000 worth of value to my home. Not so. That is not how this works. Per my training with appraisers, they are not going to give you dollar for dollar. The length and width of the pool comes into play, and then what's around the pool also comes into play. Did you just put a pool in the ground and you don't have any landscaping? Is there landscaping? They give you credit, but it's not dollar for dollar. So I hope that answered that question. That's why it's so important that we start sellers. It's important that you start with the realtor. I know you're saying, okay, we're going to clean up the house, we're going to paint. Before you do anything, hire your realtors, because we need to be there to give you guidance, because we don't want you to paint the wrong thing. We don't want you to paint it the wrong color. That's a whole nother thing. This has lasted a little longer than I had anticipated, but if you need assistance with gathering market data, preparing for your selling process, and assistance with pricing and negotiating, again, just call Julie, call me at 915-995-6771. And if this has been helpful to you, please leave me a comment. And if you want to see other information about real estate, put it in the comments. Like, Julie, I want more information about this, or I want you to talk more about that. I'll be glad to do that. We're going to have more of a presence here on YouTube. So thank you. I appreciate you. We'll see you the next time.